Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's make ourselves familiar with the CLI tool. I mean, in today's world, every library comes with a CLI. Either you talk about ESLint, Prettier, uh, any framework like Happy, Webpack CLI, Nest CLI, or AWS CDK CLI, CDK CLI, AWS SDK. All these CLIs are just helping you to bootstrap things. Okay, either you are writing a config file manual like eslint.config.js or eslint.rc file, or it gives you the bare bone basic file. So Nest CLI is going to help us to initialize the basic project, the basic scaffolding. Okay, CLI is not a new aspect. It was there since 8 years ago. All the JavaScript library which are used to create a project and a framework always come with the CLI, so you can just bootstrap the project, get started with the learning that thing. So Nest CLI is also nothing but npm module. We can install that npm install -z. Using that we can install the global module. Okay, let's see that in the action. This is how you can install it. Npm install -g nest CLI. So Nest CLI, install it globally. After that you should be able to just play with the projects. So here npm install -g nest CLI, what it will do is it will help us to bootstrap the project. Now we can just create a new project using nest new my project name. Okay, CLI is installed globally. Now I can just do nest new. I can create a new directory, and inside that I can just create a new project, and I can just do simply cd nestjs app. Inside that I can, so this is the nest app, right? So I can copy this command, nest new my project name. It will ask you, okay, which package manager you want to use, npm yarn p npm. You can go ahead with the simple npm or your choice. These are just a package manager, and it will give you scaffolding of the basic CLI project. Okay, now this is how the project looks like. I mean, you can install some plugins, theme and all to make your editor looks very nice and clean. But if you see in the source code, you will find a lot of things. Okay, but basic scaffolding doesn't involve a lot of aspect. It contains simple controller, module, service, main.ts file, and some dependency, package JSON, tsconfig, because this is a TypeScript project. TypeScript project needs tsconfig, tsconfig build, package JSON for all the dependencies. In the source folder, I see a basic controller, service, and main.ts. Main.ts is actually the root file. So here we can see controller, modules, and services. This is simple controller. Controller is nothing but a router. It defines the API routes. Module, bundle up everything together. Okay, this is tsconfig because it's a TypeScript project, and we need a tsconfig to convert this code into JavaScript, like simple TypeScript build. These are the dependencies, dev dependencies, and some npm script. So we are using NestJS 10. I think the current version is 11 and 12, but you can just use any one like latest -1 or -2 version. So I'm using NestJS 10, Common Core Platform Express. So these are the package which every NestJS project will always need: Common Core Platform Express and RxJS, because these RxJS is being used everywhere in like pipe, filters, interceptor, middleware. Platform Express, the basic core. These Common Core and Platform Express are the core modules for the NestJS to work together. Okay, so these are like dependencies which we need. So some testing, and this is the skeleton project. So it will have these basic scripts. Now npm run build will build the project. It's a TypeScript. Npm run start will start the project on port 3000. Once our project is started, very basic thing, we can just see localhost 3000, whatever the APIs are there, we can just go and see. Okay, it is just printing hello world, and this is where we are starting our project. So main.ts is like the root file which is calling, okay, await nest factory.create. So we are creating a nest factory which is bundling everything together into app module. It will check, it is checking all the things are resolved, all the dependencies are resolved, all the controllers are bind together, and then it is starting our application. Okay, no runtime error is there. We can start the application. It has started, and there is only one controller. HTTP GET, controllers are defining the API route. Services has the data logic. right? And modules are just bundling everything together like controllers, services, and all. And this is how we are starting the whole project. So with this, we can also understand some concept of the NestJS. If you see, this is the controller. And here at line number 6, we are doing app service, app service. This in the NestJS terms, this is called a dependency injection, where we are adding the app service as a dependency. And then we are calling that app service inside at get hello method at line number 10, this.appservice.get hello. So this is how controller will get the data from the services. This is how dependency injection works. We are injecting the service inside the controller, and then controller is calling the service method to get the required data. This is our root module where we are bundling everything like controller, services, app module. And app module is something which we are passing in our root main.ts. If you want to create a more APIs like get, put, post, delete, patch, we can just write another method and we can define them. So in this router, we can add more methods like get, put, post, delete, because HTTP provides all the different methods: HTTP get, put, post, delete, patch. And then we add this controller into our app module. This is our test, ESLint config, Nest CLI, which help us to start the project. Whenever we do npm run start, it uses a CLI. In the start command, it looks source root is at source and output directory is a dist. And it starts our project using nest command. So these are like the important files whenever you start our project. This is the build config, that whenever we are building the project, do not build the node modules, right? Sometimes if you don't exclude the node module folder, the TypeScript start building them also. So this is a extended tsconfig.build.json, and these are tsconfig options, which are like compiler options, how the TypeScript compiler should work when it is compiling your TypeScript code. So now in the next video, let's see more about the next sections, like the basic fundamentals of the NestJS. We have just have seen the Nest CLI and creating a basic project and checking what all it contains.